Well, I just bought some 12-foot RCA cables. I got 3 of them because I got 3 outputs on the deck. It's friggin' right. Time to get this guy stabbed in. So I think all I need is a Phillips. I got 2 in case there's really small, fine-headed Phillips, and I might need a flat blade. I can't remember, but definitely need a Phillips. There's screws hidden all over the friggin' place. Oh, I need 10 mil as well. Forgot about that. But get this old piece of crap out. It'll go back in the shop for the friggin' shop stereo. The only thing that sucks about this head unit is it doesn't have USB. To get USB on this, you'd have to tap into this plug, but this has 12 volt output, so you'd have to buy the $250 adapter to convert the 12 volts to 5 volts so that you can get USB working on this. Frig's sake, I'll start with taking this bottom panel off, and then we gotta get this one off. This has gotta come out, which will be pretty easy actually, because I broke the other 2 friggin' mountain tabs, for frig's sakes. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get this thing out. So, I guess I'll just shut up and get her out. Well, I've been at it for about 2 minutes and I've already got a crap ton of stuff removed. Gotta take that out, you gotta take that panel off, and then you gotta work on getting this guy out. It's, I think there's a screw up behind here, that guy up there, and if you pop this off, you'll see there's 1 or 2 behind this as well. So it's quite the process to get the head unit out, and you guys can probably now see why I bought 3 RCAs, even though I only have 1 amp right now. I'm going to install the other 2 RCAs so I don't have to pull this out again. The only thing is I'm going to have to wire in the speakers, and not quite sure what to do when I get the other 2 RCAs hooked in. Okay, so you gotta take that bolt out, or that screw out, this will drop down, pull that to the side, and then there's a screw that runs through here up to in there. So you gotta get that guy out. Then this guy will just pop right out. You don't have to take this off. But now we gotta disconnect that plug. Make sure we plug it back in too. That was the problem I had last time. Forgot to plug it back in. Apparently I cannot get that out with 1 hand. And then you unplug the clock, and she'll come right out. Man, it's dirty. Now with that piece off, you got there should be 4 bolts. There, and on either side there that hold the head unit in. So just friggin' unscrew those. Can't remember what it was like stock. I'm pretty sure it's the same setup with these little tab things, but I had to get one of these friggin' DIN setup things. Is weird, but that's all there is to taking the head unit out. It's quite extensive, so pull the radio thing out, which I don't have anymore. Friggin' cut it off. So I don't need that. And now I gotta solder all this stuff back together, which should be a lot of fun. Pause and that. Well, for the old Sony one, I soldered everything together for that. So I like doing the job right, so I'm soldering the Alpine one in. The cool thing about head units is the wires, they're all the same color. Any one that I've ever had have all been the same color. Yellow is, what is yellow? Is it the power on? Can't remember. Yellow and red always confuse me. Red is switched. Yeah, okay. So the red is the key on, yellow is constant, black is ground, and then all these wires, they're all the same. The friggin' white, green, purple, and gray, they're all your speaker wires. And then the blue with white stripe is always the remote for the amp. It's pretty cool. And orange, which this one didn't have, is typically your the dimmer. It's that guy there. So that when you turn your lights on, the head unit will dim a little bit, because otherwise it'd be overpowering at night. But anyways, I got the 3 main ones on, so I'll friggin' wrap them in a bit of tape so they don't short out, and then plug her in and see if she turns on. Well, I got everything all wired up except for the remote start right there. And by remote start, I mean amp remote. So let's turn this guy on. I have no idea what this guy was listening to, but I probably won't be able to put the music in the video, so you guys will just have to take my word for it. Well, to get the auxiliary to work, I had to go into the settings and friggin' turn it on. It was all turned off, but anyways, I got it turned on, and she friggin' works good. Friggin' excited. Now it's time to run the RCAs and friggin' get the sub amp hooked up. I gotta also find a wire long enough to run from there to the amp that's behind the seat. Friggin' rights. Probably gonna end up taking this seat out and running the RCAs back there, through there, underneath the carpet on this side. Run them all the way to the back. And then for the power wire, I'll run it off that battery. Probably find a spot through the firewall and run it along the outside. The reason why you want to separate the RCAs from the power cable is you could get some pretty bad hiss and noise if they're right beside each other. If the shielding on these isn't really good, then you're probably going to end up with some noise. Well, I got so carried away with everything that I'm just about done. When I run my wires, I like to friggin' lay them out nice and neat and then duct tape them down to the floor. That way they can't move around or nothing, and it's neater. I've got it duct taped here. I've got it run through here, which is friggin' awesome. I'm very glad Toyota made that. So they're duct taped right there. And then, I'll get that guy kind of put down. And then they're duct taped here and here. They run up right against flush there, and they come up right there. They're duct taped at the top there, and then they run under the carpet right through there and into the back. I got my amp trigger wire, and I've got this 4-gauge stuff run all the way down the side, all the way down there, and up through the firewall, the same hole that I have the computer harness wire going through. So friggin' rights. Well guys, I got her all hooked up and she sounds friggin' awesome. I have bass again. Oh sweet, I love that kind. But can't really demonstrate it for you guys. I tried recording a little bit of my buddy Heath Morris's stuff, but the camera doesn't really pick up any bass, so that's fine, like whatever. But anyways, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to sleep because I gotta work tomorrow. Big sakes. One day off, I don't even take a day off. But anyways, be sure to check out the forum, analog56x.com/forum. Thanks for watching, and until tomorrow, take care, guys. It's a good thing I came outside. I can't freaking leave this thing out here.